The new coalition is an ultimate assembly of solo political power, featuring Manasseh Sogavare, former PM Gordon Darcy-Lilo, Peter Kenaloria Jr. and longtime opposition leader Matthew Wale. These politicians have rarely seen eye to eye in the past. Mr. Sogavare and Mr. Wale in particular have fought many heated battles.
The whole thing is about the leader of the opposition and who else on the other side of the house wanting to be prime minister. That's what it is.
He's a con man. He's been, a very deceptive prime minister, very deceptive leader.
A leadership deficiency syndrome.
Which makes this an interesting and unpredictable partnership. May 2nd will mark current Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele's first full year as Solomon Islands Prime Minister. Mr. Manele has faced a no-confidence vote last December, which was later abandoned. Mr. Manele has so far ignored calls to resign and says he will face the motion slated to take place on Tuesday. For more, let's go to Honiara now, where our reporter Chrisnrita Aumanu-Leong is standing by. Hello, you, Chrissy. Happy to mass for looking you again.
Hello, you, Johnson. Thank you, Thomas, for having me. And I must say, lovely, beautiful necklace you have on there. Thank you for paying homage to the shell money dwellers of Solomon Islands.
Now let's get into it. Manasseh Sogavare has held a press conference outlining the reasons for the move. What did he say, and does he want to be Prime Minister?
Look, a lot has been happening this week for sure. Mr. Sogavare, who was once part of the ruling government, handed his resignation this week. He walked across to join the opposition and the independent bloc side, along with 9 other MPs and backbenchers. Now, on the very same day, we saw the Deputy Prime Minister also resigning from his ministerial position to a backbencher role in the current government. Now, in addressing media for the very first time since then, Mr. Sogavare has put the blame on Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele. He's said, it's his decisiveness and weak leadership that's led to the fallout. He particularly pointed out disagreements by some of the members who were part of the government coalition led by Prime Minister Manele, saying that some of their grievances or concerns were not being addressed by Prime Minister Manele. Mr. Sogavare had also dismissed claims that his resignation from the government side is linked to any Prime Minister bid.
Now, Chrissy, of the 26 MPs that have come together to form this coalition, we know that Mr. Sogavare and Mr. Kenaloria Jr. don't see eye to eye on relations with China, and longtime opposition leader Matthew Wale called Mr. Sogavare a con man. How are we now seeing these men working together?
Look, that's the biggest question that come to mind for many Solomon Islanders. Earlier this week, a photo had emerged showing 25 MPs made up of Mr. Sogavare, with the 9 who had switched from the government and the opposition and independent blocs. And we saw them sitting also on one side of the parliament, where the opposition leader had asked Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele to step aside as Prime Minister. Now, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele said he won't step down and that he's committed to his leadership. Since then, we have just heard from the mover of this motion, former Prime Minister and the member for Central Honiara, Gordon Darcy-Lilo, in a press conference. He sees this new coalition, though, as the alternative government. The group are claiming that they have 26 MPs in numerical strength. In the current parliament, 49 members, and they need absolute majority to pass the motion on Tuesday, right behind me here at the National Parliament in Solomon Islands. But of course, the question still remains whether or not these members will iron out some of their differences.
Now, the vote of no confidence will take place on Tuesday, and in a world of politics, 4 to 5 days, that's an eternity. Is there a chance that Manele might survive?
Look, there is quite a few days still remaining when it comes to that, and with them claiming that they have the numbers and the numerical strength. Right behind me on Tuesday, we will know for sure what the answer would be when the vote of no confidence happens. But, different scenarios spring to mind. The situation at this stage is so fluid for us to really do guesswork. So, John's, the best possible answer there would be we'll have to patiently wait for Tuesday to find out whether or not Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele survives.
Thank you too much, Chrissy.
Thank you, Thomas Johns.